bullshit going on behind the scenes as far as car repair. As you saw, definitely smoked the wall. Car definitely got pretty fucked up. Frame rail got smushed like 4 inches. Ended up taking the car to the body shop, Matt Castrucci Body Shop over in pretty local actually. I believe it's in Centerville, Marine, or Miamisburg rather. But gentleman over there, Dennis, magician, did magic on the car, pulled out the frame rail, repair welded it in places where it tore the frame rail. He did a lot of work, and he didn't charge me a goddamn thing. The community around here it's incredible. Yeah, shout out to Alex, shout out to Dennis. I mean, you guys are incredible. All right, just got to the shop. Went ahead and snagged the trailer. It's all hooked up. I'm about to head over towards the building. Since it's raining, get closer to the building. I don't have an intake tube or even intercooler piping or anything on the 240, so I'm gonna have to cover up the throttle body ASAP. I'm not trying to get any rainwater in there. But yeah, we'll go ahead and cut the clip here. Pay attention. What the fuck I'm doing here. Make sure I don't crash anything. As mentioned, heading towards the building. I'm gonna load up the car and then head into slide shop. Update clip. If you squint your eyes, it almost looks like I didn't crash it. But as you can tell, there's definitely a lot of bacon going on here. This is what I was talking about earlier. Definitely need to patch up a couple places. Get this tack welded, spot welded back together. And then once I do patch some of this bullshit, I can actually pull it up a little bit more. But had the fender, where the fender's at, laying on there. It doesn't look too bad, given it was the one that actually took the damage as well. But as you can see, bash bars cooked. I'm working on the on the headlight bucket, headlight tray, whatever you want to call it. Yep. I'm not sure if I got the frame rail on GoPro, but this thing was annihilated before. But Dennis did some work. Appreciate you, man. This was all buckled in here. This was pretty much touching the tension rod bracket. It's a fun jam session, whatever you want to call it. It's at the end of this week. I actually have a classroom session with Denofa Thursday. I gotta sit down, hear what he has to say, take a little bit of notes, and then we got a clinic Friday morning. Get a little hands-on with the car, see how she drives, see if I can get some pointers from Denofa, and then later that day it's just practice for Drift Indy Street League Volume 9. And then Saturday, it's game day. That's the competition. So yeah, we got a little bit of work to do. Gotta get the kit back on there. I annihilated the front bumper, not during the crash, but going off track due to having bullshit tie rods on here. So yep, this mission, a little bit of work to do. Gotta load it up, go to the slide shop. So we're gonna do right now. Just go ahead and get this thing loaded up. I stuck my intake pipe on there. Cold side, just pretty much chilling on top of the fuse box. I'm not trying to suck up too much water. All right, I'm gonna make this quick. Sketchy. I'm gonna check out. Well, finish the rain. It is bullshit. I don't know the ramp could do that. Well, yeah. I guess I'm just gonna jack it up to the bash bar, get the ramp underneath it, see if I can swing the car over. It's definitely gonna be sketch. Fuck it. Alright, I got the ass jacked up. out, can slide the ramp underneath there. But I went ahead and chopped the front wheels because we're not gonna have this thing slide back and kill me. So fortunately it's raining out here and I don't have anywhere to set the GoPro. It's just gonna be update clips. Alright, I gotta keep yanking the car to the right, but it's pretty much to the point where I can back off and redo this. God damn it. Round 2. We'll fucking see. Alright, I'm definitely gonna set the camera down and actually pay attention this time. Deleted the boards, kept the blocks. Still rigged, we'll see. Exactly how I wanted it to the first time. What the fuck? Alright, we're going to finish loading up. Going to the slide shot, which was expected. Loaded up, about to hit the road. I do wish I had fenders for this trailer because it's just going to soak the car. You can see right now, not too dirty. Next clip, it's going to be fucking murdered. Just got out to the slide shop, got the car unloaded in the garage. Currently helping Drew do his valve seals on his KA. I think was smoking up the last test and tune. A little embarrassing, but still got it done.
Boost your spirits IQ with OHLQ.
You can stop calling him, he's gonna go to jail, okay?
Cows, bitch.
As soon as I call him.
What up, y'all? Welcome back. Update clip. Cracking away with the old Migger. MIG welder. Definitely don't look the best, but it's gonna do its job. I can get it ground down, make it look pretty later. It's crunch time. Pretty much got the whole battery tray welded back together on the front section where the headlight goes. Got the sections tacked together so I can actually hammer it and get it into the correct position. Gonna finish welding this crack right here and throw a little bit more down there, but it's not looking terrible. Obviously it's looking terrible, but as far as function, it'll work. It's not too worried there. It's extremely hot in here. Shout out to Drew for letting me use his MIG machine in his workspace, get this shit done. Definitely getting pretty hungry. Might hop out of here, grab something to eat. I believe Mando's on the way. He's gonna deliver a headlight bracket and I believe a fender. We'll see how those mount. Yeah, continue cracking away. Not too much more welding I have to do. Gotta continue hammering. Update clip. Pretty much done with the welding. Not much more I could do. Went ahead and welded the seams back together all the way around the front where the headlight bracket goes, and stitch welded that little pinch weld behind the wheel. Welded all this shit back together. Definitely threw some boogers on there, but hey, it's gonna work. And then got the upper radiator support welded back together. Again, didn't grind on any of the welds. Don't really care. Just trying to get it sturdy enough to drive this next round. We'll address it after that. What up, y'all? Welcome back. Over here at Marcus's house, Drift Drunky Garage. Fair to give you an update. Shout out to the homie himself, cleaning out the driveway space and the canopy. Working in comfort while we piece the car back together. As you see, we got the fender on there, we got a new intercooler. I was at the slide shop, you probably saw the update clips. Me throwing some boogers on all this bullshit. Just try to get some structure back and shape and whatnot. But as you see it, car's coming together. I believe we got like 4 days until this thing actually has to put on a show, but I gotta be working on it every single day until then. I do plan on dropping the subframe. I got a relocated rack. I'm gonna figure out a way to do that on the lift. And then I got a new tension arm because I bent the one on the passenger side in the accident. As well as hit up PBM, got some sick ass inner and outer tie rods. They're stout, don't have to worry about those bending. Well, car got completely rained on all day yesterday. Had to leave Marcus's pretty much in a hurry. Some dark clouds and thunderstorms rolling in, and my luck, ended up driving straight through the fucking worst of it. Uncovered, open trailer. Convertible, you already know. Everything got annihilated. I'm sure there's water and fucking connectors, and there's definitely water in the cab, there's water in the dash. It's bad news. So, got it back to the dealership. Long story short, heading over to the overflow right now to unload it and pull it inside and address the water damages. See if the thing will even fucking start. I've got the car pretty much unhooked, ready to roll off. Haven't keyed it up yet, but as you can see, everything is fucking soaked. Didn't have a hood on it. There's a fuse box cover, but the thing got completely soaked. Interior, trashed. There's literally a fucking swamp behind my seat. God damn it, dude. Let me put this, these cushions in here so I can pull it around. Fucking seats are soaked. I got in here yesterday, the fucking dash was completely fogged over. There was dripping water behind the dash. I guess my firewall's not as sealed up as I thought, but I mean, it's a convertible. I literally got towed through a fucking thunderstorm against wind. It fucking sucked. So yeah, we'll go ahead and fire this thing up. Hopefully it doesn't catch fire or do anything stupid, and I can pull it into the building. But yep, check in with you in a bit. Made it off the ramps. Can't see shit. Little update clip. Got the car in the flat stall. Got my new intercooler on the front of it. Loosely mounted with zip ties and whatnot. Oh, front end looks horrible. But not terrible. Yeah, as mentioned, this thing got rained in. Fucking pretty much everything's soaked, so I got that fan over there blowing in. We're just gonna leave it on here all day. It's starting to dry up. But yeah, I figured I'd give you a little update. I'm gonna start cracking on this thing. I gotta get out on the lift, drop the subframe, the tension arms and tie rods, as mentioned. Then I gotta get to the other building, do alignment probably Wednesday. Update clip. I got the car on the lift. As you can see, went ahead and pulled out the subframe. Still got the rack hanging, as well as the lower control arms and the sway bar. Got the engine pull jacked up there by the oil pan. A little bit easier than I expected, but not too much trouble. So, got the relocated rack right here. I went ahead and cut a little bit more access to the subframe bolts earlier. Couldn't get the socket in there. Just waiting on a little bit of steel to dry, cover up those welds, and then I'm gonna throw it up. Figured I'd give you a little update in the meantime. Definitely don't have enough time to keep on filming, so it's just gonna be update clips for a little bit. It's currently Monday. I have to be in a classroom with the NOFA, I think Thursday after work, so I don't have any time to load the car or do anything to it Thursday. I gotta be at the track Friday. First thing is Drift Clinic with the NOFA, and then we got Drift Indy Street League Volume 9 practice a little bit later in that day. I'll give you the details more as I get them myself, but right now, just cracking to get the car taken care of. Gotta throw up a new subframe. I got some new tension arms and tie rods, inner and outers. I gotta get those on there and then get the car over to the other building, put it on the rack and throw an alignment on it. So, yep. Appreciate you tuning in. Give you a little update in a bit. All right, got the relocated subframe up there. It's all bolted. Got the steering rack tight, as well as the motor mounts and sway bar end links. Getting ready to throw on the replacement tension arms. Pipe clearance for the angle. We're gonna match it up with the length of those and then throw them on there. After that, I'm gonna pull these shitty tie rods off there, throw on those PBMs. What up, y'all? Welcome back. It's been a little bit. So got the stock tie rods off the car. Or not the stock tie rods, but the villain's tie rod set up. And I got the new tension arms tight. I'm on the phone with Raymond while he's playing Car X. What up, Raymond? What
Hell yeah, what's up?
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on these new PVM tie rods, inner and outers. Looking good, chromoly joint. Extra fat, extra thick. And I got some spherical drop joints, essentially. Welcome back. It's day 2 at the dealership. Well, we're always here, so I don't even know what day it is, but long story short, it is the 4th of July, and it's Tuesday. So we go out to drive Friday morning. We gotta drive Thursday morning as well, or get the car prepped, and hopefully shake it down Thursday before I have to go to Denofa's classroom session. I believe it's local, so, and it's like 5 p.m., but I still have to work. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to get much done as far as car preparation or load up. So I'm gonna have to do it early in the day during work, and hopefully shake down the car somewhere. So last night, swapped the subframes. I got the relocated rack installed. Got everything tight. Got new tension arms as well because I bent this one over here in the crash. Sway bar, everything's good to go right now. One thing I did want to mention is I got brand new inner and outer tie rods from PBM, Park Shop Max. And they have a turnbuckle with a Heim joint. And I'm kind of sus about this because maybe I ordered the wrong length, but these are listed as extended and they should work perfect with, you know, extended lower control arms and whatnot. There's one size bigger that were like quote unquote extremely long, and that turned me away from them, but I'm running out of threads in both the turnbuckle and on the Heim joint, so it's a little suspicious. It's definitely a weak point, if not a failure point waiting to happen. So one other thing I did want to mention, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but my pickup point for the knuckle, as you can see, it's not fully seated on that little tapered collar or whatever you want to call it for the tie rod pickup of the outer tie rod. It's not fully seated, but yeah, before I banter on and ramble and ruin the clip, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. Just wanted to give you a little quick update on what we're looking at. All right, update clip. Figured I'm gonna go ahead and drain my oil. So I pulled off the oil cooler, letting the lines bleed. I'm about to pop the oil cap off as well as the filter and drain all the oil out of the engine. See how that's looking. But yeah, nothing special. Figured I'd mention it, or else it didn't happen. Go ahead and lift the car up, pop the drain plug out. Taking a look at this oil. Definitely doesn't look the best. I mean, it goes in dark, but hey, I definitely still see some stripper glitter. No milkshake or anything, but yep, not fun. That E85 definitely thins it out. Definitely happy to get that shit out of there. There was a lot more in the oil cooler than I expected. Still slowly dripping. Glad I'm getting those lines drained out. Last oil change, I mistakenly put probably 6 quarts in there and didn't drain the oil cooler. So There's probably like 7 quarts in the whole entire system, and it just kept on breathing oil, breathing oil. It's down on power, it's puking oil out of the fucking breather. Filled up the catch can probably 7-10 times. It was a bad time. It was a big mess, but car still worked. It's underpowered. And alright, I'm fucking pissed. A couple days ago, I decided I needed some fucking PVM inner tie rods. You know, those are the only ones that are like replacement, off-the-shelf replacements for the Villains angle kit that I'm running here with cut knuckles and whatnot. They have, I'll show you, this little inner collar spacer. It's like 7 millimeters. And pretty much the O'Reilly's off-the-shelf replacement does not have it. If I have one over here, I'll show you. So you gotta run these spacers, which don't allow you to have enough threads to actually thread in the rack. Long story short, I got those extended inner tie rods, and yes, I'm hinting at they're not fucking long enough. Compared to the Villains, they're pretty short. Let me show you the Villains here. So this is the Villains inner tie rod that came with the kit. Again, has that spacer for a shit ton of threads that thread into the rack itself. And this unit is quite a bit longer. And unfortunately, to tow my car in, there's only about 3 threads or less into the actual turnbuckle, which is suspicious as fuck. Sus. Not gonna do that. Just asking for trouble. So unfortunately, I just had to next fucking day, a set of $100 tie rods. The shipping literally was twice as much as the goddamn tie rods. What up, y'all? Welcome back. Of course, we're at the dealership. It is currently Wednesday. I got Denofa's classroom session tomorrow evening after work. So it's crunch time in the car. Just want to give you a little update. UPS dropped off some intercooler piping. Shout out to eBay. I thought this was the same exact kit that I had. I had the aluminum pipe, but this shit's actually stainless. It's actually looking pretty good, and I paid like 30 bucks for it, so hell yeah. Can't beat a good surprise. So with that said, I went ahead and got the clamps on them, got all the couplers I got attached to the intercooler. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this bracket situated. Just got back from the other building. Went down there, threw the car on the alignment rack. Was unprepared to do an alignment, but I went ahead and checked the alignment over, and with those replacement tension arms on the front, somehow I got them in spec. It's still 6.5 degrees of caster. So as mentioned before, I do have to wait until tomorrow to get a new set of tie rods, so I'm gonna have to give this thing eyeball toe alignment. It's gonna suck, but I'm very familiar with those, and honestly I feel like they drive better than getting on the machine, doing it spec, and then it turns out to drive to shit. But yeah, so with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the car back in. About to get out of here for the day. I got a lead on a headlight bucket. A buddy, Brandon, has got one. I believe he's gonna let me pay him a little bit later in the week. So I'm gonna go pick it up after I get out of here. And it's pretty much the only thing else I gotta do, so other than probably clean the interior out of this thing. It's fucking filthy. Okay, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing in the building, get out of here, go get the headlight bucket, maybe go pick up my tires. They're actually in stock as well. What up, y'all? Welcome back. It is currently Thursday evening. Just got back from the Denofa classroom session. Learned a little bit. Unfortunately, back here at the dealership after hours, trying to get this car situated and get it probably loaded up on the trailer. So I gotta be at the track at 8 a.m. Where I left you off at, I needed tie rods due to not having the right inner length tie rods. Hit up Brandon. Brandon had some limit break PVM outers, and the PVM outer turnbuckle is quite a bit longer than the traditional style they offer, and as you can tell, it's just too long. The turnbuckle is not threaded all the way through, and it's got a little wall in there, and unfortunately in this setup my inners are too short, but with these outers my tie rod's too long. So the only way to make these work is to actually mill down or cut the turnbuckle itself, or to get Shorter tie rods for these limit brakes or extended tie rods for my traditional outers. What the fuck, PBM? Wish it was a little bit more straightforward on their website. Definitely wouldn't have ordered the wrong ones the first time if the description was accurate enough, but maybe I'm the anomaly. What up, ladies and motherfuckers? It's day 2. Currently about to head out the door. It's the day of the Denofa Clinic driving lessons and Drift Indy Street League practice day. We got competition tomorrow. So yeah, with that said, I got to be there in the gates at 8 a.m. It's currently probably like 7 or 10. Running a little behind, so figure to give you a little update. I was up way too late last night trying to figure out tie rods on the car, and let's just say I'm not happy. There's mismatched tie rods, inners and outers. It's all kinds of bullshit. There's probably 3 different tie rods on my car right now, so I'm just not gonna talk about that. I don't think it's gonna drive very well. I'm gonna check UPS, see where they're gonna do with my fucking tie rods I have en route, and maybe I can grab them at a convenient time, but still gotta be there 8 a.m. So see you next clip, bitches. Gotta be out here early, so pull the drift car into the apartment complex. Check everything over real quick and hit the road. I don't have any time to waste or anything like that, so yeah. Inbound to the track right now. Everything's going well. I do believe I'm going to make a stop up at the gas station up here, probably get something to drink. Get an energy drink. I feel like I have probably 3 hours of sleep last night. Pulling in the gates right now. We made it. Alright, I'm gonna pay attention, get unloaded. What up, y'all? Welcome back. Well, went out there for the first rip. Car started getting lean. Had fucking lean condition issue once more, and did a bunch of diag, thinking that it was a vacuum leak, whatnot. Turns out that I installed the wrong O2 sensor. I had a spare one laying in the toolbox. I guess it wasn't a Bosch 4.9, so the parameter's a little off. But car started finally making boost, but as you already know, I had this shitty ass tie rods on there, bunk alignment, so it's a little bit of trouble. And heard a little bit of noise, heard a little bit of clunk clunk on track. Got off, and I do have a little bit of clunk going on. Be back. And the steering on the passenger side, maybe the hub or the ball joint, tie rod. I'm assuming it's the tie rods because I took the tie rods off and was beating on it, cranking on it, still didn't hear anything. So on the way to the shop right now to pick up my tie rods, give you an update a bit. Just hit the shop as well as the house, picked up the inners, the brand new inners. They were supposed to be next day yesterday, but yep, they're a day late. So heading back to the track right now. Definitely speeding a little bit, fuck them, I don't give a shit. Got things to do, drift things it is, so.
How's it going?
Fucking troubles, man. It's like the 6 different tie rod I've had on this car today. Combination of some PBM fucking baller inners with some stock outers. Instead of running these sick ass fucking Heim joint setup. Fucking junk.
to say something about the hood.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, fuck me. Like, you look so serious. He's like, yo, come here.
I know.
Definitely got a little bit of work to do on the line, but you're looking good to the infield. Just work on your entry and coming up on the bank there. Everywhere else you're looking good.
I know, the bank sucks. I'm usually fucking spot on right there.
You got a lot of grip, so keep that in mind. You're gripped the fuck up right now.
Oh yeah, he took all the dampening out.
back. It's day 2. I hear Street League comp day. Unfortunately, we're pretty much getting rained out. They moved the schedule up. Pretty much got practice cut in half, and it started raining halfway through the session. So not many wet laps. Wasn't doing good in the rain. Currently, it's wet as fuck out there. It just now stopped pouring, but everyone's lined up for qualifying. Still probably 15 drivers up, so figured why not go get the car. At the end of the day, it's still a convertible, so minimize the time in the rain. I did fuck up the body in the rear. I destroyed a big ass barrel, knocked it way out in the field, overfilling the zone. But other than that, I'm not doing too bad when in the dry, but it's a whole other game out here in the rain. So again, I'm about to hop in there, get a grid, go qualify. So appreciate you tuning in.
Update clip. Somehow I managed to qualify. Definitely not the proudest runs. Pretty sure I zeroed out in both runs, but given the conditions, there's not too many people that actually got runs down, so I feel like I got the pass. I'll take it as it is though. Go out there, practice. I did qualify last place, so with that said, I do have the battle first place, #1 points holder. That's Colton JZ. Got JZS13. He's been consistent. Definitely quick out there. We're gonna see how he drives. We gotta go out for a practice session right now. Pretty much just gonna be practicing with him. Don't wanna leave him hanging, so let's get out there. update clip. Well, it's definitely after the battles. You saw what happened. Chase run wasn't too bad. I got gapped on the lead or the start of the run due to the wrong pressures in here. I was practicing with 28 psi, but came back from tire machine with this fresh set. There's still like 40 psi in there. I was trying to manually let it down there without the tire gauge, but don't know what they ended up at. It was ice. I put it on the wall, stayed off the wall, but for my lead run, as you saw, smoked the fucking barrel, went in the water, douched fucking Terrell's car. It was bad, but so definitely zeroed. Inadvertently didn't qualify. That's why we're here. Or not qualify, but didn't move on. So it's whatever. Update clip. Just got to the dealership. Decided I'm not gonna unload, but I am gonna go ahead and cover up the car. Pretty exhausted. Want to get on with the day. I'm gonna deal with this shit tomorrow. So yeah, we're gonna get the car covered and then load up with Raymond. Get the fuck out of here. But hey, practice is practice. Not a bad jam session, I suppose. Definitely don't feel like I deserved a spot in the show given my driving and qualification. So with that said, I just gotta, you know, put on the pressure next time. Gotta stay focused. Definitely don't let myself live this one down. Yeah. The car did its thing. I'm very, very, very happy for how much bullshit I dealt with as far as 4 different tie rod setups. I had 2 different inner lengths. I had 2 different outers. It was a shit show for practice all day yesterday, and then until like the last session of practice, I swapped out some fucking my new brand new inners. I had to cut them down, but they got stock OEM outers, so still not using the tie rods to their full potential. I would like to run those mono ball, the Heim joint style. I believe they have a little bit of like Ackerman correction or something. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But the car did its thing for being totaled 3 weeks ago. I definitely am happy. I'm shocked it all came together. But again, thank you to everyone that has had a hand in this build. Thank you, Dennis, pulling this fucker out on the frame rack. I'm in debt to you. I'm in debt to you, Alex, for hooking that up. Man, very grateful. But it's another day, I guess. It's 2 weeks until the luau. It's a jam session with the boys. It's not a comp, so it's just gonna be just having fun, straight fun, no worries. Probably get out the grill, have a fun time. But yeah, it's fun. Nothing left to say other than get the fuck out of here and see you in the next clip. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace. Have a good one. We out here. In the process of unloading. Mando showed up. Alex is out there. Fackler's here. Everybody's here. I believe Alex is like the only one on track. He's hot lapping out there. Dude's gonna end up leaving before 7.